Alright boys, so I haven't done a video in a long time, but I'll make sure to upload this video to YouTube and shit. But not really going to be teaching, just going to be going over my trades for the past few days. So, first little trade skis we're going to go over is this one right here. So, let's see. As you saw, we had 3 o'clock right here. So I marked out, I basically had these highs marked out. What the fuck? I had these highs marked out, and then I had these lows because it has trouble getting past those lows. Then I got a indication, I got a correction, and then I got my continuation on the 5 minute, and I caught, really I had closed it at these lows whenever, because it had rejected, came up, shot back down, made a new low, so then I took it out, and then it came all the way back up, and then it hit stop loss after a little bit, but I already took it out. And then second trade is I use my 1 hour strategy for this one. Hold on, it's fucking loading. Alright, and then so news came out, so that's why that shit happened, right? News came out and it fucked everything. It was FOMC. But when that happened, I had seen that it made new highs and new lows, because after this high it had shot down, and then it made this low and then shot all the way up. But really, dude, I just marked out these lows. Then I asked myself what caused this low. It was these highs, because we had a massive push up, then it swung down. So I marked out these swing highs and swing lows. And then my first trade, which I knew was risky, I had to just take it just in case. We got the mini indication, mini ass correction, and then a continuation. Lost that, as you can see. But then we got the big ass indication. We got it closed and it pulled back halfway, and just because it also pushed down heavy, so that's why I knew for sure I was gonna sell, just because if it pushed down heavy, came all the way back inside my zone, wicked out a good amount of stuff, because it came up halfway inside my box and it wicked out people, and then it closed below, I knew this was gonna be a good trade. I mean, yeah, it's taken a minute, just probably because it wants to buy, but overall, we go on the 4 hour. It is trending down. Sellers are really weak. I mean, buyers are really weak in this area up here around 6964 area. As you can see, I mean, every time it gets up to this area, even before, we see major rejections. You know, we got up in this area, swung all the way down, and then finally got above this area, and then swung all the way down, and then got above this area, and then swung all the way down. And really, you can just do these highs up here, because it marks it out better. Like this first high, like the reason why it came up and then it gave me like the correction and then came all the way back down was just because this area is very weak. As you see, tap reversal, came up, and then basically gave us a indication, correction, and then a continuation below the line. But yeah, so that was my first trade. Like, these are my good trades for the week. I lost this one, and then I'll show you my other trades real quick. But yeah, I guarantee you this trade won't hit TP probably until Sunday market open or Monday. Just depends. So, but hopefully it will go down to 1 to 4, past my funded. Probably get a payout next week, but we'll see. We probably won't get a payout until the following week, so like probably like February like 5th or 6th, just depends. So yeah, again, we got the indication, big ass drop, correction, it closed inside my box and it pulled up halfway. Yeah, you know, like it didn't close, but at least it wicked out that area, showing that it pulled back, but it also wicked out, so that's good. And then a continuation. Stop loss was set right above it, and then now we're targeting a 1 to 4. So that's how good. And then let's go through my other shit real quick. Okay, we'll close out this tab just because I'm already on the other tab. And then gold, I took this trade earlier this week. I closed it right up here, so I caught a 1 to 6. But really, because I took my first partials out at a 1 to 4. I closed it out for around $1,300 for that first position, and I closed out the rest somewhere in this area before it dropped. So I only got like $3 from that, but then it pulled back onto this area. I was gonna take the trade, whatever retested, and then I was gonna get in, but obviously I didn't. Yeah, just from this week. Okay, so I did take this. Wait, no, that was on Sunday, so we can't count this. But this is Friday going into Sunday, so we'll count this. I was gonna hold this trade all the way up as well, so like all the way up here for like a 1 to 30. As you see, my last trade was a 1 to 22. That shit was a banger. I could have held that shit probably for like a 1 to 70 right now. Well, really, it came all the way back down just because gold had to retrace. But if I was gonna hold it up all the way up here, I could have got a 1 almost to 100. That's insane. But is what it is, boys. So I caught 2 dubs, and then what else? 3. Was this week? Oh, this was not. Okay, so we can't count these 2 dubs, or I guess 3. Okay, we'll count. Yeah, so just these. So I got 1. So 2 dubs, right? Hold on, let me see. Yeah, 2 dubs this week. So that's 1, 2, and then I caught 3. So 3 dubs, 1 loss. Okay, 2 losses. Okay, so 3 dubs, 2 losses. Okay, so this was on Friday. I'm not gonna count that. So, but dude, I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. I had set a buying limit, right? Carter Price had set a limit to get in on this trade. But what happened? It never got me in. So I was not able to capitalize this off my what's it called, funded accounts. But I did take a dub for around, I think it was like 4.3 thousand or 4.6, somewhere around that area. And then I caught this sell for 1 to 7 during FOMC. So there's that. And then US 30. I think I'll take any trades this week in US 30. But no trades this week in US 30. But last week was a big week. Wait. No, that was 2 weeks ago. Yeah, my fault. 2 weeks ago, boys, the past few weeks have been really good for US 30. I haven't lost at all in US 30, actually. I've been undefeated. But I only take good trades in there just because I know how much the pip count is. So, like, you know, right here it's 148 pips. You know, now it's like at 300. So I'm definitely not going to get into the 300 pip trades. That'd be fucked up. But yeah, those are all my trades I took for this week. I'm about to crash. I actually did want to watch The Flash for a little bit. 3 episodes, snuggle with my little dog, and then probably crash. Just because I've been up since 4 o'clock in the afternoon yesterday. So I'm pretty fucking tired. But yeah, so far it's not in. It's a pretty good week, I can't lie. I took 2 losses off of let's see, 1, 2, 3, so 2 dubs, 1 loss. So 2 dubs, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 dubs, 2 losses, 3 losses. So I'm basically, because that's 6. So that's, remember, 3 losses just equals out to, actually just depends on what I caught, but I caught mostly a 1 to 4 on every trade this week. Or actually more. I caught this 1 to 7. So realistically, dude, I'm still up way more than a 6% or a 12%. I'm up like 36% this week. So that's really fucking good. But boys, I'm not gonna be yapping no more. I'm gonna show y'all a few more setups and what I'm looking for next week, and then I'm gonna get the fuck off. Just keep this shit short and sweet. You feel me? Alright, so this setup that I lost on was it was an A+ setup. The only thing that wasn't A+ about this trade was the fact that I knew it was gonna end up pulling black. I knew it was gonna end up pulling back in this zone. Why? Because whenever there's a gap in the markets like this, like it opens, it closes and then opens down here, the market always fills it. Okay, so there's that. So yeah, but right now I am down a little bit on my funded account. I'm down probably 3%. No. 50, 100, 150, 200. So like 4% I'm down, but just because I risked 2% one trade and then I re-entered, lost another 2. So I'm down 4%. So not too happy about that, but I should get it all back in this trade, and then on this funded I should get just right about 4%. So I only have to gain 4% more to pass this. But both of these accounts will be up by the end of next week, and probably passed as well. This one will for sure be passed by next week. This account I have to get this shit out of drawdown and then pass it, which won't be that long. I just need a big ass dub, so like a 1 to 9. Dude, I'm gonna show y'all my trade I had last week in UJ. Look at that shit. A 1 to 6. Now, okay. Now, boys, I was gonna hold this trade until it was done selling, but some news was coming out, so I didn't know if it was gonna end up, saying fuck that and then come all the way back up. So I took it out at a 1 to 6, even though that's not my strategy. Dude, like I'm supposed to hold it through any bullshit, but is what it is. And then yeah, just sold all the way down. Took it out right here because news just came out that very next candle at I think it was 3 o'clock, and then nothing happened. Boom, market closed early, and then boom, spiked all the way down. Yeah, boys, that's my trades for the week. I might get a buy in gold before the market closes. Probably not. Really just gonna be waiting for another entry, but I'm already into a trade, so I really don't give a fuck about another trade right now. I would take UJ, because what if it does want to buy, but that pullback was so shit that I'm not finna take that shit. I'd rather miss out on that trade just in case it wants to pull back a little more, because anytime where it has a pullback like this, it always ends up going up and then faking people out. So, and the setup isn't the best, but it's so choppy right now. Like, it's just up and down. There's no good highs and lows to go off of besides this. Like, this low, because it's pumped up, then these highs because it went down. So I could have easily marked out these highs, got in, because it gave me the indication, correction, and a continuation. But I missed out on that just because I was sleeping last night. Or yesterday. But, yeah. But like, the number one thing is, boys, don't be afraid to not take the trades, because I can't tell y'all how many trades I've lost just because I was so scared of not getting a trade that day or whatever. Like, you don't got to trade every day, even though you want to so bad. Like, there's no point in taking a trade if it's not 100% guaranteed that, if I win this trade, it's a dub. If I lose, it's just because the market fucked me. Like, it is what it is. I followed all my rules. I didn't overtrade. I didn't use a random strategy so I can get in, even if it, you know, like, because I have a strategy that, like, I use if I just want to get in. That motherfucker will print. I made my most money from that strategy just because I can hold that shit for like a 1 to 80. But, you know, my strategy that, like, I've been doing, I can easily wait a couple hours, like maybe a day at max, and then I can get that one big trade and hold it for 1 to 22, or a 1 to 6, or a 1 to 4, or really hold it for a whole week, and then I could have ended off at, maybe because it would have spiked down, so I would have taken it out, like, I would have had stop losses below that higher low, so like, I still would have got a 1 to 68, so that's 68 grand I would have got, instead of me only getting around like 11. But that was after I held that bitch for almost a week, so 4 days. But yeah, I'll start sharing more money shit whenever I got everything taken care of, just because most of my money just either gets reinvested or I'm saving it just because I had to buy a house and then buy, you know, a whole year's worth of rent, because fuck paying rent monthly besides, you know, actual bills. And then I plan on fucking buying everything new for the crib, so like another like 20-30 grand. And then I plan on buying my car. So I don't want to show y'all my statements that I get from withdrawals until that shit's actually secured in the bank or on my fucking wrist with the watch, you feel me? So, but whatever I don't share with y'all is also because, you know, I don't really give a fuck about y'all's opinions, so y'all can go suck a fat one with that. So, yeah, but all blessings in disguise, you know. No hate comes this way. God loves all of us, so we shouldn't be spreading hate. If God will choose you in your worst day and still love you whenever you say basically, you know, the big F you to him, but he still loves you and always, you know, comes to you like in your darkest moments, there's no reason to turn on your people. So I would never spread hate. I will only spread love. And that's why next Christmas I'm going to be doing a big giveaway. I'm going to be giving out a few grand. I'm going to be giving out MacBooks, Xboxes, PS5s, money, funded accounts, whatever y'all want. So y'all let me know in the comments what y'all want for next year. I mean, that's a year ahead. But. And then I'll start doing like, I guess, because I'll probably post a video like once a week or once every other week, but I'll make sure to give out money between those videos too. That way, because I know there's people where I was a year ago or 2 years ago that don't have no money really. They're basically, you know, hoping on, you know, whatever, just so their parents will give them an extra $50 or $100 just for that funded account. And yeah, but I'll also be giving out some free mentorships in my what's it called thing. So I mean, like, you get everything with my shit. Like, whoever's watching this on YouTube and whoever's watching this in the WAP knows, you know, we don't fake our shit. Like, anybody who's our student does really good their first few months, like crazy. Like, at least they're like between 1 and like 5 payouts in like 2 or 3 months. Just depends how the months go. And we also buy, you know, y'all accounts. Unless y'all just fucking lose them on purpose, then we're not gonna do that shit. But if it's like a freak accident where the week sucked ass, you know, maybe you lost a trade with, you know, the strategy, and then we lost, you know, a trade as well, and then, you know, like, just, you know, just those few dubs fucked, you know, like those few losses fucked you, so now your account's very low. Because nowadays, like, with every funded account, instead of it being like 10% that you get to lose, now, like, you can only lose 4% or 6%. So it might not seem like a lot, but say like you risk, you know, 2% that first trade and then 1% the next trade. Say you lose both of those, that's only 2 losses. Like, one dub will fix that, unless, you know, you're risking a shit ton. So, you know what I'm saying? But we'll stop yapping, boys. I love y'all, boys and girls, whoever the fuck's watching this video. I'm finna fucking hang out with my little puppy and probably just chill, watch The Flash, beat my dick. I'm just playing. Now, for real though, boys, I'm gonna fucking chill for a little bit and then crash, but I'll catch y'all next week. I'll try and upload a video every week. If I don't, it's just because I really don't give a fuck to. But I need to get better on posting content for y'all so y'all can get the knowledge that I needed when I was, you know, where I was. Y'all know what I'm saying. I'm too tired to really give a fuck. But love y'all, boys. And I'll catch y'all probably next Friday. If not next Friday, the Friday after that. But cheers, boys. Love y'all, boys. Y'all be safe.